Hey everyone, it's Alexi Uzas here from Accelerator. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, do you need a proof of concept to finance a feature film? Before I get started, I want to let you know that spots have opened up for our Producing Accelerator program that takes filmmakers through the step-by-step process of how to consistently finance and produce their films. So if that's something that you're interested in, you're going to want to stick around until the end of this video. And for the best filmmaking advice, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to be notified when we post a video. Well, the simple answer to the question is no. You do not need a proof of concept to finance a feature film. Well, the next question you might be asking, would it help if you had a proof of concept to finance your film? And so I want to dig into that question in a little bit more detail because there are some qualifications to my original answer, and there are some circumstances where a proof of concept can be useful to help you finance a feature film. So firstly, let's discuss some of the benefits or some of the reasons why you might want to shoot a proof of concept. And those reasons could be things like wanting to be able to demonstrate a particular shooting style that you're not going to be able to just convey using a pitch deck. Another one might be to, again, be able to show something through film that is not able to be kind of pitched on paper. So an example of this might be something like VFX or special effects or prosthetics, something that is really integral to the project, but that you can't simply pitch on paper, and is something that's going to be much easier to convey by actually just shooting that particular item. So those are a couple of reasons. Another reason might be because there are things that you as a filmmaker want to test yourself before launching into shooting a feature film. So whether that's a particular character that you want to make sure, is landing, it could be a particular style that you're testing out, it may be dialogue. So there just could be a number of things that you want to test and are important for you to test before you actually go into onto set for a feature film. So those are some of the reasons why you might want to shoot a proof of concept. And actually another really important one to probably discuss at this stage is you've probably heard of people that have shot proof of concepts and that have used those proof of concepts to pitch to financiers, and that was the reason why a film got finance or a film was able to close finance. And so that's likely another reason why you're thinking that you should shoot a proof of concept. And so what I want to talk about next is, well, what's actually required from a filmmaker in order to finance a film? So the things that are needed by a filmmaker in order to finance a film are a screenplay, a finance plan, cast if they're attached, but it's not necessary. And it certainly helps having a body of work that you can point to and show investors, distributors, streaming platforms, studios, to give them an example of your particular style and of your particular voice as a filmmaker. But one thing that I didn't mention out of those particular items that you need is a proof of concept. Because a proof of concept isn't necessary if you have each of those other items in place. So just to go over those again, it's a screenplay, a finance plan, cast if you have them attached, and a body of work or previous films, either short films or feature films, that you can point to and show potential financiers, distributors, what your particular style or voice is. Because if you have each of these elements, that's enough to be able to finance your film. So really, when I'm looking at the question of do you need a proof of concept to finance a feature film, the answer is no. When you're asking the question, should you shoot a proof of concept, or would a proof of concept help financing your film? Really, I think where it can help the most is where you don't have a body of work, whether it's short films, commercials, anything that you can point to and that bears similarity to the project that you're trying to get up. So if you have those things, then you don't need a proof of concept. But if you've never made a short film, if you've never made a feature film, and you're trying to raise finance for a feature film and it's the very first project that you've done, then I do think that there is some argument to be had that shooting a proof of concept is going to be beneficial and is going to be useful and is going to help you get your film financed. Because it's really just about being able to show those financiers, those distributors, what you can do on a small scale, having them see the potential in that. But then really, the majority of their decision is going to be reached by reading the screenplay, by looking at how much finance they need to commit, and by looking at how commercial the project is based on the cast that you have attached. And if you don't have cast, then just looking at the existing elements. So I hope that answers the question for you in a bit more detail and hopefully gives you a better idea about whether you actually need to shoot a proof of concept. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you like the video, hit the like button below, leave some comments, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to be notified when we post a video. We're giving you the best filmmaking advice, particularly when it comes to independent filmmaking and getting your own projects off the ground so that you can have creative control over your career. As I mentioned earlier in this video, spots have opened up and are available for our Producing Accelerator program that helps filmmakers execute their creative vision using a system that allows them to consistently finance and produce their own films. So if you want to learn more about that program, or if you want to see if your project is the right fit for the program, you can head to the link in the description and set up a time to speak with either me or a member of my team, where we'll be going through where you're at with your project, where you're trying to get to, and if the program is the right fit for you. And don't forget to watch these videos next on how to up your filmmaking game.